3, 2, 1. Let's go. Jake, you want
Sure.
to talk us in?
Yeah, and we're live. The 118 degrees west live show. Myself, Jake, and David on the couch, and then we got Ryan phoning in remote from June.
What up?
I forget. We should have Ryan talk us in next time.
Yeah, I feel like Ryan sometimes gets a little quiet he gets not lost in the shuffle, but he's just not. Jesse's a loud presence on the couch. An awesome presence, but a loud presence.
I think it's also harder when you're not here in person. Like when you're here in person, you can make eye contact and be like, "Dude, I'm gonna
speak.
I'm gonna sound off on this right now."
Yeah, I got something to say.
But yeah, welcome to our 20th episode of the 118 West Show, where we talk about all things surfing, skiing, and
jazz,
other activities that we.
Dude, actually, I don't like jazz that much, to be honest with you.
We won't talk about jazz.
If we talk about jazz, I'm just gonna be a lot of shit talking coming from me because not my favorite. Just play the right notes, right?
Yeah, we don't have a lot. I guess we have strong opinions maybe on jazz, but we don't talk a lot about jazz on this program. But we do talk a lot about surfing and skiing, sometimes fishing, paragliding.
Sometimes.
Yeah, the stuff that comes
Climbing.
along with it, the stuff that we do when we can't do that sort of stuff. I got some stuff to talk about today.
Me too.
Tonight. What else was I gonna?
What do you guys got to talk about?
We'll get to it, right? I mean, I don't want to lay it all out. I mean, if I just say it all right now, people are gonna hang up.
I'll go.
Oh, you know what I was gonna say? I was looking back at our
I got
shows,
stuff
dude.
too.
Oh, you got tight. We got some views.
Viewers,
dude.
you're in for a great night.
Hold on to your butts.
It's not all of us that we come to the table with something to talk about.
Gird your loins and fucking hold on. You know, I just renamed all of our videos like sequential, so that way it makes sense. So, all of our super fans can go back and listen in order. But as I was doing, I was like, dude, we got some views, dude. We got like 40 views. That's like more than a lot of people.
Probably only
some shows I watch don't have that much.
Yeah, and I bet only like 20 of those are from us.
Yeah.
So at least.
Do you think I should turn Ryan up just a little
Maybe.
squeak?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a viewer last week. You guys had a good show.
Check
pretty
the
sweet.
levels. Does it go to 11?
Ryan, can you give us a little
Deep baritone.
1, 2, check the mic. Check.
I think that sounds good.
How do I sound?
That's good.
Do I sound professional?
Velvety.
Yeah. You sound good. I just want to make sure that your volume was there.
Perfect.
All right, Ryan, dude, you're the what do you got to sound off on right now?
Well, up here in the Eastern Sierra, our lakes are freezing. Currently, Grant Lake
I know where this is going.
is solid.
Ice fishing.
And
You're ice fishing, aren't you?
We're ice skating.
You ice
And
fishing
tomorrow
son of a
at
gun.
tomorrow under the full moon, we'll be ice skating Grant Lake. I bought some skates for super cheap.
Sweet. Oh, so
Maybe
you own
place-
now.
Yeah, I'm an owner, so maybe play some hockey tomorrow.
How
Pretty
much?
pumped on that. $50.
Hey, dude, can you set up your phone on a tripod and record your hockey playing? Because I want to see these hockey skills.
Yeah, I will need to be practicing my skating skills first.
No, you should
Yeah.
practice your hockey skills first and then follow up with skating skills.
You should use a broom first, Ryan, and practice sweeping the ice, and then replace
Or
that
what
with a
about a
stick.
mop?
Can we do a John Boy read over of the hockey game?
You know who would be
Yeah,
I
psyched?
thought it's a
mop-
mop.
yeah.
Yeah, if you mop the ice.
Yeah.
Like Michael Scarn in Threat Level
Yeah.
Midnight.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesse would be
Uh,
psyched to
so-
hear this.
I'll be trying that out. But in bigger local news, we had a high-speed chase out of June today.
Oh, hell yeah.
On the mountain.
No, so this guy showed up in the morning and I guess was like pacing vans and stuff, was like getting out of his car and just checking out vans.
Checking the
And
door
then
handles,
was
maybe, or it's just looking at them.
just looking at him. Like one of them was Jake. You've met Wade.
Yeah.
Um, he was like kind of getting really close to Wade's van, like looking in Wade's van,
Was Wade in the
and
van?
then yeah, and he was just like doing that to a bunch of other vans as well. And then he started like slamming drinks in his car.
Hell yeah, dude.
Just working up the courage.
I guess, man, he was shotgunning White Claws.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
if you're
Yeah.
gonna burglarize, if you're gonna burgle, you might as well be wasted.
may-
That way you
You might
gotta
as well gurgle with the claw before you.
gurgle before you burgle. But then if you get caught, right, or if you have to go on a high speed chase, at least you got a good buzz going.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
so
I don't
then-
condone drinking and driving. Actually, that's not funny. But if you got taken to jail, it'd be better to go to jail drunk, right, with a good buzz, than it would be to go sober.
Yeah, it would not be a place I'd want to go either way. But so we called the cops. One of our patrollers, like kind of like checked him out, had a little talk, and I guess he was super aggressive with them.
You don't say.
And so they ended up like calling the cops. And the moment
Don't break into
CHP
that
came
van.
into
I'm
the
not
parking
good. I
lot-
wasn't gonna. Then don't do it. I wasn't gonna. Then don't do it. I wasn't gonna. Sorry, Ryan.
he bolted out of the parking lot.
Like,
He just like flew in his car, drove as fast as he could out of the parking lot, peeled out, was going 150 miles an hour on the 395, and he hit sticks, the like stop sticks. I think like near Crowley, going like 100.
oh, so he got far from June.
Yeah, he made it pretty far, and then
Is he really going 150? Because I feel like the picture that you're painting, this person does not drive a car that can go 150.
It
Right,
was a
like-
Tacoma. Downgrade. That's what we heard. We had
Okay.
police scanners on,
Maybe you heard
and
115.
they were here. I'll read it.
Do you think a Tacoma could go 150?
Maybe down a grade. Maybe.
Down the
Yeah.
grade? Let me read
Yeah.
what the report I got.
I'd like to get a fact check on that because I just don't. I mean, I'm just thinking like that's awfully
Yeah.
fast.
I don't think.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
says with speeds up to 150 and 110 while riding on his rims.
Dude, 110 while you're riding on rims. That doesn't. I mean, I feel like this is
110 on rims.
seems somewhat.
I don't care if
fabricated.
it's not fabricated. He got picked up.
Oh yeah, because
Uh,
police never ever lie. I back the blue, by the way, but still, they do lie a lot.
Unless they like jazz.
They got him at the gun club before Bishop.
Was that where he's headed?
That's where he
I
came
don't
from,
know.
where he was headed.
Dang. So yeah, he went. I could see him maybe getting up to that speed then. If the gun club is like down that whole grade, I bet a Tacoma going down from Mammoth to Bishop could get that going that fast.
110 on rims.
He must have been flooring it, and then like just the momentum going downhill.
Could
He
you
was going
imagine
so
driving
fast.
driving down 395 with your family, dude? And some fucking maniac comes up going twice as fast. That is like literally 150 miles an hour is twice as fast
It's
as I
fast.
like to drive on that stretch of highway, especially
right?
in winter. I mean, at least the roads were dry, right?
Yeah, the roads are pretty chill right now, but still, in the mornings it could be a little like slick.
Was this was like first thing in the morning?
Yeah, I guess it was like they called me at 9 a.m.
What a way to start the day.
Uh-huh.
White Claws
A
and
bunch of-
then a high-speed chase down to the gun club.
One time, Lauren and I were driving down that grade, and we were just minding our own business, and we were in the fast lanes. We were like going faster than like some people are just so timid. They're going like 60 miles an hour down, and we we're going like like the normal speed as everybody else. And I looked behind me, and there was a semi truck that had gone over into the left lane. And I was like, Lauren, look at this fucking jackass. He's like flashing his lights and shit. And I was like, oh shit, I don't think he could. I think this is a runaway truck situation. And I got over and like slowed down so that way like the danger would get out of the way as quickly as possible. Sure enough, dude, he like got speed wobbles. He was probably going like 85.
Was he honking?
Yeah, he's honking, flashing his lights. Like, didn't use the runaway truck ramp. They just limped into Bishop after all that was said and done.
But he didn't crash.
No, he didn't crash.
And he didn't go to the gun club.
Didn't go to the gun club. He like just
Dang, how
coasted
do
to
you
a stop.
save something?
What?
Oh wow. I was gonna say, how do you save something like that with those kind of rigs? You just
Ride it out.
pray and go, you pray and go straight.
Yeah. No, he like started to get speed wobbles and stuff. It looked like it could have gone horribly wrong, but it didn't.
Are there any
Dang.
runaway truck ramps going down 395 even? I don't know
think-
if there are.
I don't know.
Right there at
Yeah.
least.
Maybe not. He could have driven off the road if he wanted to, though.
Yeah.
I feel like there is at the bottom of it, maybe.
I think there's some turnouts, right?
Yeah,
some
maybe.
Rest
little-
areas. This'll
Or just
do.
like
Close
Yeah,
enough.
like some chain turnout spots where they can put chains on or take chains off.
Ryan, Mammoth and June are SoCal's playground. You know that the chain area is anywhere you want on 395, dude. You can stop in the middle of the road.
Totally.
No turnout needed.
Yeah.
I do like to wait till I see a chain monkey, though.
It's so funny to see cars just in the middle of 395 putting chains on, like in a lane.
Oftentimes, too,
Yeah.
I feel like those people are putting them on when they're not
Incorrectly.
necessarily needed either.
Either not needed or badly needed, and putting them on incorrectly way too late,
after
and
the
just
fact.
asking to be hit.
It's so funny. It's so funny passing those people.
I can't tell you how many I
I honk my horn. They look up. I flip the bird.
give
they
them two
look
middle
back.
fingers.
They look back. Now they got. And then they're sad and they're confused. They got the Super Suckers Drive-By Blues.
What a seminal song that really defined our relationship with Stuck Motorist for a while.
That hit. Like when we heard that song, we thought for sure.
They
Right?
get us.
Yeah.
Do you know this
Eddie
song, Ryan?
Spaghetti gets us.
The Super Sucker Drive-By Blues.
Nice.
Have you heard it? You obviously haven't heard it, Ryan.
Yeah, no, I don't know that song.
You should listen to it.
We'd play it if we didn't get we'd get a copyright strike. We can't afford that.
No, dude,
Is-
we're raking in the dough. By the way, speaking of raking in dough, this show is sponsored by Jake and I's screen printing business, Dead Reckon Printworks. We're based here out of Costa Mesa. We're a local screen printing shop. We do a great job. We do quality, professional work. If you have any custom T-shirt needs, just go ahead. Check out our website, www.deadreckonprintworks.com. Also, in that same vein, we also have 118 West merch at 118westshow.com. These beautiful shirts up here behind us are just a few of the ones that we have. We have a couple other cool ones. We're going to put up some women's stuff. We actually printed some, but all the women's items that we print actually just end up going to my wife or Jake's girlfriend, and we don't take pictures of it, but we're going to change that. And we're gonna get some pictures up.
It
for
flies out the door.
Ladies, yeah, they just can't keep they can't keep it off of them. They love it. So that's our plug.
Nice. Professional.
Back to the show.
Yeah. Was that the most exciting thing that happened at June today, Ryan? High speed chase.
Definitely. I would say so. It's probably the most exciting thing that's happened in at least a week.
Not all year.
We had a helicopter land in our parking lot.
For fun.
No,
Was
for
it Paris
patient.
Hilton going skiing, snowboarding? Paris Hilton's a snowboarder.
Probably it would be. But yeah, that's probably one of the top things. It's funny because like one thing we've been doing after work is turning on
Casing
Cops and
bands.
watching
In
just
the patrol
watching-
room.
Yeah,
Dude, there's something
just
that
watching loads of Cops.
just feels right about being in a mountain town watching Cops, right?
Yeah, it is what should be playing in a hotel in a mountain town.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
staying in a hotel, you want to
It's
at least
pretty
get
sick.
like an episode of Cops in.
And not live PD, Cops.
No, the original Bad
Right.
Boys, Bad
Yeah.
Boys.
Yeah, you want the original. That was like one of the original reality TV shows.
It went downhill
Yeah.
from there. I mean,
Yeah.
how do you beat Cops though? That's a high bar.
Yeah, that's a really tough one to beat.
I can't tell you how many Mammoth and June trips that we had when we were younger, where you'd ski or at the time snowboard all day, have dinner, and then throw on Cops and just a Cops marathon.
I mean, until we got smartphones, right? Even when we had smartphones, we weren't hooking them up to the TV, so we were watching Cops
Yeah.
at night.
It's such a good one to just throw on. You don't really need to pay attention.
It's entertaining.
Good
But
background that
it's
you can
like
like tune in and out of.
Not
'Cause
me,
they're like-
dude.
Yeah,
I gotta pay attention to the
Lock
plot.
in.
Yeah, I gotta lock in, and I gotta stay focused on the plot because
But they're vignettes, so you can tune in for one, and
you
then
think they are, but they're actually it's one common
all
thread.
connects.
Yeah, if you watch long
it's all
enough,
connected.
if you watch long enough, and you get a whiteboard going, you can see the connections.
Dude, we watched this one episode where this guy got arrested and the guy was wearing a Cops t-shirt.
Oh, I think I've seen that one.
I would say the most avid Cops watchers are people that are probably also likely to be arrested by cops.
What do you
right?
think that
Yeah.
says about us in our cop watching heyday?
Mm.
We
Well,
were
my
likely to be
Cop watching
arrested.
heydays right now.
Maybe not arrested, but we
Hassled.
likely to be on Cops. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
I don't think we were likely to be on Cops.
at that time in my life, I lived much more in fear of interacting with the police than I do now.
Yeah, but I think Cops really the seedy underside of Cops is they really prey on super low income communities. I think that's where most of the people that are
and not
making
SoCal, not SoCal.
Yeah.
There are other
Yeah.
parts of the country.
that's what I mean,
but
like low income SoCal, not fitting
It's
to
funny.
the South.
It's funny how many episodes are in Rialto.
do you think though that Cops actually, for its day, like, I'd like to see some I'd like to see like a scholarly study done on this. Seemed like the perps on Cops were disproportionately white.
Yeah, suddenly studying Cops is a scholarly pursuit.
Don't you remember that though? Don't you
Yeah,
remember
it's a
it
lot of
being,
like white trash, like
yeah, it's like a lot
poor,
of
like white trash. I think it cuts across color lines to just poor. Like it really goes
Yeah.
after I think just low income,
Well, I think meth is like a funnier, like
Yeah.
objectively, it's a funnier situation to put on camera, right? Like,
It
Funnier
is
than
also
weed.
crazy. It's crazy to watch some of these older ones from like the 90s and 2000s and how harsh they are on like marijuana offenders.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's insane.
now that I don't smoke weed, I think we should bring back the death
Drop
penalty.
the hammer.
Yeah, yeah. Death penalty for weed. Now that I don't smoke it.
That is insane. You don't have to go back that far. And yeah,
Dude,
Yeah, you
please,
could
you don't have to
people's
go.
like lives, like
You
It's,
could go to-
that's how
you
that's
could
how it
cross
is in like
borders.
South Carolina right now. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to go
Yeah.
back far. You don't have to go back at all. In some
You just
states
have
in
to
like the
cross the
South.
borders.
Yeah.
which is
totally.
crazy if you're in it. I mean, it's crazy in any state, but especially if you're in a state like Texas or something like that where freedom is your thing and you can't, weed is not legal. That does not make sense.
Yeah.
I know, right?
All right. So what else do you got for us, Ryan? Rye guy.
To be honest, that's kind of it. I guess I blew my load, but
I can take the baton.
All right. Yeah. What do you got?
yeah.
So what's today? Today's Wednesday. On Monday, I had by far and away the best paragliding flight of my life,
Oh, really?
which is insane. The day before I had surgery on my ankle. So it was like just perfect timing. I've been like trying to get like one more flight in before having the surgery that's been scheduled for a while.
Wait, hold on. Do you have paragliding in Orange County as our number one most highly viewed clip?
Really?
Yeah, it's got like hundreds of views.
People love to see it.
Yep.
This was not in Orange County. This was in San Bernardino.
Winchester?
No, the flying site where I actually learned to paraglide at Andy Jackson Air Park. But I went up to the big launch out of there, which is by Lake Arrowhead, Crestline. And I'd been looking at the weather for like the last like couple weeks, just like hoping that I could get one more like good day, because I'm not going to be able to fly for months and months now. And I was like, oh, I just want like one good day to be able to like go off into this like injury recovery on. And the weather just worked out perfectly. It was a great forecast day, and I went in and I had this interview like in the morning, and then I came back here, got all my stuff together, and like drove out there, but I got there too late. I missed the van that drives up to like the spot. So I was like, all right, I got to figure it out. So I just I left a bike at the landing zone and then drove my car up to the launch, and I could see like a bunch of people in the air. And so I knew it was like, I think I had a feeling that it was going to be good, and I took off, and immediately like within the first probably 20 minutes of flying, got way higher than I've ever been paragliding.
Did you find a thermal?
Yeah,
I found a thermal.
A thermal like right off the launch, and the launch is I think at like 5,300 feet, and within the first 20 minutes I was at 7,300 feet.
Oh wow!
It's like 2,000 feet above the launch, which was awesome. And then I had so much elevation that I was able to push over and like go over this whole, I guess like valley or like canyon to this other peak that people push over to all the time. But I had just never gone over there. I didn't have like the confidence or enough elevation to do it before. I've tried and like got part way and been like, oh, I don't think I could make it, and
yeah,
turned
because
back.
you don't want to get stuck over there.
No, because then you could like land somewhere out. It would not be good. But I had so much elevation that I easily pushed to this peak and with a couple of other hang gliders and made it over there, and then found a thermal over there, and then got back up to like the same elevation, like 7,300 feet over this mountain called Sugar Pine. And it's just playing over there for a while, and then eventually came back to Crestline, and then pushed out to like the Front Range where all the lower hills are, and then still flew for like a while there, found more thermals and climbed back up there. And then I could feel like my phone ringing, and I was having surgery the next day, so I thought it might be like them calling me to like schedule something, so I decided to come down. But I think I could have stayed up for longer. So it wasn't my longest flight ever. I think I was in the air for maybe like an hour. And
Is it too sketchy to pull it out mid-flight?
I tried a couple times, but you always want to have your hands on. I think you can take your hands off in some situations, but I like to have my hands on the brakes always.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can hold them with one hand, but then you only have one hand for your phone. And I did it a couple times to try, but it just feels sketchy. Like I'm gonna.
Could you have put it like in a chest pocket or something if you had like foresight? Or
yeah, if I had, or like a leash on it or something like that,
yeah.
would be good. But so I tried to take it out a couple times, and then I was like, nope, I'm just gonna, I ended up landing. By the time I landed, rode my bike, locked it up at the college at the base there. I was going to initially ride my bike back up to grab my car, but it would have been so long to bike up the grade. So I rode to the college, Cal State San Bernardino, locked my bike up, got in a lift, took that up to get my car, got my car, came back, picked up my bike, and then drove.
Oh, so
home.
it's a paved road. You could take a lift up there.
Yeah, it's like regular. It's like a highway. It's like has a highway number, I think.
Oh, okay. I was picturing like a dirt road.
No, but it was an amazing last flight to have before surgery. It was so cool.
Sick, dude.
So not the longest time flight,
The highest?
but definitely my highest, and definitely the coolest, the furthest I've been able to poke out from like the site to like get to other. It's the closest I've come to cross country paragliding, and no one would consider what I did cross country paragliding. But to me, it's the longest I've been able to like venture away from the site,
Yeah.
which was amazing. It was, I mean, it was, I don't know
How
if I
far?
could have got
What's
higher.
the distance? Like
I
5
think
miles?
10? I don't know. No, less than that
Okay.
total. I think my total flight was like 26 miles worth of, moving around. But I think from like Crestline to this other spot is probably like, I don't know, a couple miles as a crow flies,
Okay.
maybe. But
Dang.
yeah, it was, I mean, I got cold. I was wearing like a puffy jacket and gloves and pants.
Oh, because you went up?
And by the time I was at 7,300 feet, I was like, I can't stay up here for like forever, like that long, because I'm getting very cold. My hands are getting really cold.
It's probably a trip, right? Because you start out down low, and it was a warm, nice day, right? Like probably 65, 70 down low.
Yeah.
And so you're not like, you don't want to be bundled up when you're taking off there in case
Crestline
you're
was
flying
cooler.
low.
Because it's at 5,300,
Oh,
so it
okay.
wasn't like warm there, but it wasn't cold by any stretch. But as soon as I was up, 2,000 feet higher than that, I was like, oh man, it is. I did not dress according, or like, it would have been nicer to have warmer. That's the first time I've had experience that, where I've been able to go up high enough to be like, oh man, it's cold. I can't hang out up here. So it was a good way to go into a surgery the next day.
Tight.
Yeah. A highlight
yeah.
of my short paragliding career, for sure.
You think you'll be able to get back at it?
I think so. I think I'll have to do it in a pretty cautious way.
What about blades? What if you wear blades for the landing? Like roller blades?
Yeah.
You think that might help?
It can't hurt.
Or a dirt board?
I think I just have to go and like relatively like have to like choose safe conditions. I don't think I could afford to have like a bad landing, So I have to be like very judicious about the conditions that I fly in.
Mm-hmm. What's your recovery time looking like right now?
I think I'm in this like splint for the next like 15 days, and I'm no weight on it, and just a lot of sitting and elevating and icing, and then I'll get into a boot, and I think I'll be able to start putting weight on it, and then I don't know how long that will take, maybe like 4 to 6 weeks to get back to like walking, normally without a boot on, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe even a little bit longer than that. But basically, whenever that point is, once I'm fully recovered, then I'll go in for the next surgery. So
Damn.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
You're going to try to fly again?
Not
before you
between
go?
them. No.
No. Too risky.
I mean,
and the weather's, that's like the
Who kno-
shittiest
I
time of
guess
the year
actually-
for weather too, though.
who knows? But I don't think so.
Yeah.
Probably not.
The odds of you having a weather window at that time too seem pretty low.
Yeah. So I think, Ryan, my hope is that I'm recovered enough to start doing active stuff in the fall.
Okay.
I bet by like October, I could probably be like hiking, surfing, hopefully,
Longboarding.
maybe. Yeah, longboarding,
What about lifeguarding? What are you gonna do
Yeah,
for the summer?
lifeguarding.
He's done,
dude.
Done.
Yeah, I'm in.
Done cakes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's official yet, but I can't do that. I won't be able to do that job again. No more sand running in my future. No more running. Period.
Just blading.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, running on the ankle is no good.
Yeah.
Even like because I'll have a prosthetic ankle like put in,
Uh-huh.
and I think it might be capable of running, but I think running, like any sort of like running or jumping, drastically reduces the lifespan of the device.
It better be to get out of the way of something, like
Yeah.
to protect
My life
yourself,
depends on it.
or just
Mm.
maybe bodily injury. Maybe
Or if I'm casing vans and gotta like bail quickly,
you could drive fast as hell with a prosthetic ankle. I bet.
Yeah, you got that lead foot.
Sorry, officer. My
It got
foot.
locked up.
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
But yeah,
So
that
what's the hardware that you have in your foot right now?
I got for this is a very short period of having no hardware in my foot. It just got removed.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I had ankle surgery like 10 years ago after a climbing accident, and I had a bunch of hardware put in, and that all had to get taken out before the uh, prosthetic can get put in. So this surgery was to remove that hardware.
That was a bouldering
Mm.
accident, right?
Yeah.
Bouldering, dude, gets you.
Yep. It was in Joshua Tree. I was out there.
Were you with Jesse?
I was with Jesse and
Chad?
no, Jesse and Kiara and Maddie. Maddie was
Oh
really
no.
young, like a baby. And I forget the name of the boulder now. But it was like a high ball, relatively easy boulder problem. I think I'd done it before, and
Oh, it was a high ball.
yeah,
Did you fall from up
I
high?
fell from up high, landed on the pads, but it didn't matter. It was like a no doubter injury, like where you land and you hear it snap
Oof.
and like see it
Oh.
deformed, and you're like, that is going to be a surgery.
E.
So I had surgery on that, and then it was mostly better. Like, I mean, I felt it. It wasn't normal, but it didn't prevent me from doing anything that I wanted to do. And then I had a ski accident like almost 2 years ago now that basically took whatever arthritis had developed in that ankle and put it to like the very end stage arthritis, which basically meant that I just had no cartilage left. No, and made a lot of things just really painful and unstable. So like walking was painful, frequently like limp.
So it would probably like catch in there, right? And then give out suddenly
Yep.
because it was like
It-
rough,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then that was the instability.
Yeah. So if I stepped on like even like small things like even like a twig or like a pebble,
Yeah.
just like in a weird way, it could like give out. And so yeah, the solution was either ankle fusion or an ankle replacement, and I got a surgeon who was going to do an ankle replacement. But yeah, the first step was removing all the hardware that was previously in there. So that's what this first surgery was. And now I'm one down and one to go. And hopefully by Refugio this coming year, I'll be standing up surfing. That would be amazing.
Surfing seems like it's pretty
Yeah.
low. Could be pretty, especially if you pick your days.
Yeah.
Could be pretty low impact.
Yeah.
Like, does flexing it matter as much? It's more like impact, right? Like
Yeah,
you said.
my surgeon seems to think I don't know if that timetable is right, October, because I don't even know when the surgery is going to be, sometime in April. But eventually, he was like, yeah, you should be able to surf, hike. We haven't talked about skiing, but a lot of knowledgeable people online seem to think that you can do it. I think I won't be able to ski the same way. I don't think I can just go out and like charge in like any sort of conditions, Like I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't want to ski in like really icy conditions or terrible like moguls or hard pack.
Choppy Pow, even.
Yeah, probably not.
Old Choppy Pow.
Yeah, old
you
choppy
know.
pow would be no good. So
That's
I
not
think
that
it might
much fun,
just be
anyways.
a powder skier, a corn skier, and a groomer skier.
Yeah.
But that's okay. No jumping. That'll be out.
Well, that brings me to my thing, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not getting passes this year.
you aren't.
No. I was talking with Lauren. It's
Really?
just, yeah, it's just too expensive, and for like what we get to do, like for how much we have to pay with the girls right now, it just doesn't make sense. And like I was like running the numbers. I was like, dude, between the cost of the pass, the cost of the trips, it's like we're spending like literally like $5,000 in a year to try to make the pass worth it. And we get to go on these trips where we spend a whole day traveling because we're with the girls. It's not like before where we would like wake up at 2 and then we'd like ski for like half days every other day, And so we're just not going to get passes. I don't think probably for the next handful of years, because we're gonna try to save up to buy another house. So we're like on a saving kick.
That doesn't seem like a bad idea.
Yeah, like I think we're still gonna try to we'll still try to do something like maybe sleep in the car, maybe get like a couple like day passes in the spring or something, and do like onesie twosies trips here, and like maybe just the girls are getting old enough to sleep at their grandma's house, so we might like ditch them off there and then go drive up in the Prius, do it old school, sleep in the Prius, go
Yeah.
ski, do it that way. But yeah, like the big family ski trips are on hold until the girls ski. Once the girls are down to like ski or snowboard, I think that'll change a lot, and we'll like see how it goes and try to get back into it. But it'll probably be like day trip, local backcountry days for me, maybe like a day or two to warm up at the local mountains or something, you know.
Yeah.
And then like maybe like a strike mission to Mammoth, sleeping in the car style, because it's just so expensive.
Yeah. It is crazily expensive.
Yeah.
You can still do a trip though. You know, I do have buddy passes.
Yeah, and I would love to hit you up for that, but yeah, like us
And
getting a pass just doesn't make sense for us.
girls or your girls do ski free.
Yeah, but they're just not old enough yet. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable with them skiing. Like
Yeah.
the thing is, like they do ski free, but
But you got time. They ski free until 12.
yeah. So I'll probably wait until like 9 or 10, honestly, to try to actually get them up there. And I mean, the other thing too is just like we live in a beautiful place that is like,
Being 50% off buddy tickets,
mm,
which seems like way better of a deal than they normally give.
yeah,
You know,
it's
like
like
normally it's
70
like
bucks, right?
20% off or something. So I wonder if, they're feeling the squeeze or just feeling like there's just not as many people going
Yeah.
and trying to like incentivize.
Well, that's the other part too. I've like been vocal on here about how like the experience of going to Mammoth has not been like that great for me either for the past couple of years of going. So it's like insult to injury, spending all that money, not getting to ski as much as I would really like, and on top of it, like even the time that I'm not skiing and just like around town with the girls and stuff is just not that fun. So we're still gonna go to the mountains. Like we're gonna go backpacking like when the girls are older, and like we're gonna do car camping and stuff like now. But skiing, we're gonna like back off of skiing probably for a little bit for the next handful of years. But on that note, bought a new board. Well, the last time we talked about this, about a new board, bought a new longboard, and then like earlier, I was like, I talked with Lauren about that. I was like, well, and then as part of our money saving thing too, I like originally I was gonna go to Mammoth for my birthday, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go to Mammoth. I'm just gonna take that whole week off of work and just chill hard for the whole like 9 days in a row. I
Yeah.
gotta talk to you about the Mexico trip too and get the deets on
Oh
that,
yeah.
or the tails, either
Yeah,
way.
yeah. You
Um,
can get the deets and the tails.
But so I was like, well, if we're not going to do that, if we're not getting icon passes, I want to order a new board. And I was like, you know what? I want to order a step up, like kind of like a bigger board for me, like a 6-foot board. And Infinity has this board called the High Five that is like kind of like a rounded pin with a wing on it. And I was like, I want to order this like 6-foot, kind of like a little, just a board that's like for head high surf, and maybe a little bit bigger, like a better day board where I can get into waves early. But I want to get a single fin, like remember the white single fin?
Do I remember that board? What a magic board.
I know. I think this board, it's not a swallowtail.
That board wasn't that big
one
either.
Was. Yeah, no, I think it was like 6 foot.
Yeah.
Which is like a big board for me now.
Yeah,
though.
that's true.
Big short board for me now. But I was like, dude, I wrote out this whole multiple paragraph thing, like notes to the shaper to give it to them, of like what I wanted. And then I remembered, and then I was like looking at their website to look at, and I was like, oh, they still have this one that's 5'6" and it's a quad. They still have it in stock. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go by there tomorrow and see if it's still on sale and in stock. Sure enough, it was. So I just bought it, and I was like, this will be a research board. If I like this board at 5'6", I'll go back and have them custom shape me one that's 6 foot with a single fin box.
Nice.
So I got a new board today.
Oh, that's awesome. You're on a board acquisition.
Yeah.
Longboard.
Well, I get a stipend for my work,
Yeah. So
and
sick.
And I was like, dude, I'm turning 40 this year, like, and I'm not doing it. I'm not like trying to save money. Like, we talked about doing like a bit like big trips or something. And it's like, I'm not doing that. So it's like, dude, probably gonna get it. I'm probably gonna order that board that I want to get custom shaped a little bit later in the spring.
Yeah.
So I'll have like a full on quiver, and I want to lean more into surfing. So it's like, why not just
Yeah.
treat myself and get some sick boards? And I like to support Infinity too. They're a good shop.
Yeah, we talked about them last episode, but probably the best surf shop around.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaping company, surf shop. My favorite,
Yeah.
I would say. I'm sure there's other good ones, you know, but like small, family owned. They've shaped a lot of boards that we both have enjoyed.
Yep.
Remember the popsicle board that you had? It was like a egg, like a shortboard egg. You had that board for a long time. That was like your main shortboard for a long time.
It was a quad, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I sold Ryan. I sold your brother a longboard.
Sick.
Yep.
Well, how big was it?
9.4.
I know. 9.4.
Yeah. It's actually kind of a trip. It's a really foiled out board. It's like super thin rails after like holding my new board, surfing my new board a lot, and then holding that one again as I handed it over to him. I was like, yeah, this is crazy how much thinner it is. But he surfed it the other day at Uppers and he really liked it. So we worked out a deal and I sold it to him.
Sick. Yeah, he was telling me about that upper session. Sounded like a pretty fun time.
Yeah, he said I got him hooked on it.
Hooked on uppers or hooked on that board?
That board at Uppers.
Okay.
He's like, longboarding at Uppers might be my new favorite thing now. And I was like, yeah, dude, it's one of my favorite things.
If you're watching this, don't spread that around.
Yeah.
We don't need longboard.
Most people are over it. Most people don't want to walk that far. Me and Matt
Yeah.
surfed there on Monday, and it was small, tiny. Like when I was like, dude, I'm gonna slowly get ready. And they're like, okay, it's gonna be good. And then by the time we got out, it was like really fun for longboarding, but it was like that big. And
Are you guys longboarding?
yeah, we were on longboards. Matt bought a new board from Infinity too, a new longboard. I talked him into buying a new longboard, so I'm like building up a longboard posse. Jake, you should get a competitor once you heal up,
I would love to get a competitor once I heal up.
and maybe
That's
even a log too. You know.
Yeah.
Are you still wave storming, or are you just doing the log these days?
I have the wave storm, but I've been really into the log ever since like Refugio. I like, longboard, like log riding is really fun in small surf. The wave storm has its spot, but I think the wave storm needs to be like, for me, like probably at least stomach high. Wave storm, okay, the wave storm is for braiding and getting little barrels is what the wave
Should we
storm's
explain
for.
braiding for anyone that might not know?
Yeah, braiding is just when you share out, when you're both surfing on a wave and you cut back around each other. I'm sure other people have different terms for it, but
It's the pinnacle of wave storm surfing, really.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of the pinnacle. So, I mean, I would say for me, it goes barrel riding, nose riding, braiding, right?
Yeah. Fins first.
Definitely.
I've never been able to do a fins first.
That is a difficult maneuver. I've never
I could
been able to
I could
get
do
to
it
my
sloppily by jumping. I don't think I could walk or shuffle my way through a fins first, but I could shove it around.
Yeah, but me and Matt were surfing at Uppers and it was super tiny, and these two dudes walked out to the berm with like fish, and they looked at it, and I was like, oh, please don't like, there were some little set waves coming that were like thigh high. I was like, don't let any good waves come. Don't let any good. And they watched it. The dudes watched it for like 20 minutes. And then finally Matt's like, they're going back. We're like, yeah.
Did you celebrate in the water?
Yeah, we were pumped. Because it was like really fun. And there's no way they would have had fun surfing.
But
Like,
they could have made it not fun for you guys.
but it would have diminished our enjoyment because we would have had to like feel a little bit bad for them. Like
Yeah.
I would have felt obliged to give them any waves that were like somewhat surfable, but they wouldn't have been able, like, maybe the best groveler person I've seen out there could make something out of what was coming through, but it would have been impossible to surf.
Yeah. Do you remember the first time that we went to Uppers?
Yeah, we surfed kind
So-
of the wrong spot.
Yeah, I think we paddled out at night.
Yeah,
They were like 4 in the morning or 4:30 in the morning, pitch black, and we paddled out at, is it called barbed
yeah,
wires?
barbed wires, like north of the point, and then we paddled. Then we made our way into. We found it eventually.
Yeah, I think daylight came and we're like, oh, we're not at the spot,
Yeah,
and we paddled to the peak.
and it wasn't. It was like it was longboard surf too. I think that time too. I was on a
Yeah.
longboard, I think, and I think it was small surf.
We were in high school,
Yeah, I think so.
probably.
Dang, I miss surfing.
I know. I remember asking you. I think last season, like, at what point in the season does it start to like?
Ryan,
When
you
it
would really,
stopped snowing.
Yeah.
you would really miss it too if you could see the conditions and the weather we've been having lately, dude. It's been like 74 degrees sunny beach days for the past 3 weeks. It's been like beautiful,
Wow.
and the water's
that
not even
sounds
that cold. The
amazing.
water's like 60.
Yeah.
I know we don't have
Hayden was telling me
we don't
he
have
was crunking it the other day.
Hayden was board
Yeah,
shorts.
down in San Clemente.
Yeah, I trunked it
Mhm.
at the river jetties too on my longboard.
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh.
just being able to like, I mean, it was 80 degrees on the beach. It felt like, and the water was like 62. It felt like it felt like a summer day with just kind of cold water for a summer day.
Meanwhile, it's like a foot of snow in Texas.
Dude, Texas is
Yeah.
getting, dude, the rest of the country's getting fucked up, dude. I love it
Foot
when
of snow, right?
I love from when people from other parts of the country like try to talk shit about California, and it's like, dude, listen, it's expensive and it's crowded here. Other than that, it's like perfect.
But it's expensive and crowded because it's perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
We don't. I
Totally.
know we don't have our resident.
I mean, it's not really that crowded though. I mean, California's so big, you know?
That's true.
Like
It's
Northern,
crowded.
Northern California is not very
The
crowded.
places you want to be in California, though, the places that are perfect are crowded.
What's
Some,
perfect?
but yeah, it depends on your definition of, you know.
I mean, I
Perfect,
guess
like,
I'm like surf. I'm thinking in a surf centric
Yeah.
way. You know, like yeah,
You can go get your like. I think you can go find.
'Cause Santa
non-crowded.
Cruz sounds pretty sick. You just have to,
what does?
you know,
Santa
Santa
Cruz.
Cruz.
Yeah, but I think
You
Santa
just
Cruz
have to
though is
wetty up.
yeah.
Or if you're in, I mean, you know, if you're doing other stuff, like if you want to go to the mountains or to the desert, it feels like you can drive not that far and get away from crowds if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah. You can get away from the crowds, but I think anywhere that I would want to live, I think
Yeah.
is going to be kind of crowded just because it's so nice.
I think that's one of the, I mean, sure, there's going to be traffic at the wrong time of day, but I think that's one of the awesome things here is you can live in a really crowded place, but if you're willing to drive like a couple hours, you can get to crazy, like different. I mean, you could go surf, you could go climb, you could go ski, fly, you know, like go camping, all these things that are all pretty approachable from this spot.
You know what else though is like an underrated aspect? Like, yeah, traffic sucks. Like traffic is probably traffic and maybe like surf lineup crowds is like kind of like the biggest downside of crowds, but there's like an underrated part about living in a crowded place, like food density. Like the amount of good food in Southern California is crazy compared to so many other places.
Yeah.
You know, like when you
Yeah.
go to those less crowded places, there might be like one good like
Terrible pizza place.
yeah, like there's just so much like so much of the food is just bad, you know, and like 395 has it pretty good, but I feel like that's because like the good food has colonized out from Southern California out to there. Like if you drive up the 5, dude, good luck finding good food on the most of the 5.
Totally. And then imagine living like out in like the sticks, like outside, you know. in
Yeah.
the middle of this
I
country.
mean, I feel that way up here in Mono County.
What's the best restaurant in June, Ryan? it the food
Does
truck?
the food truck count?
Yeah.
Yeah, food trucks. I would say the food trucks. June pie. June pie's pretty good, right?
The food pie's good. I honestly like the Mexican restaurant too.
Yeah, the Mexican food
Like,
place is pretty good. But June,
What's it called?
I don't remember what
Wait, is
it's
it the
called.
one right as you drive into town?
yeah, it's right next to
Yeah.
June
Yeah,
Pie.
Yeah.
right next to June Pie. Yeah.
Um,
Um,
but Mono
but
County
La
has pretty
Feria
good food.
probably it it does, but I mean, oh, and Tiger Bar. I mean, June does have some decent food. We're pretty lucky there, I guess.
I like Tiger Bar, but I
Uh,
don't think their food is anything special.
I can
the
tell you.
burger's pretty good.
It's like closer to the fare that you would find at a less. See, I think though Mammoth and June, they have the benefit though of being connected to like a denser area via 395. You know, like especially Mammoth, right? Like you know what it is though? It's like the demand
Yeah.
is there for better
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
Like there's a lot of places where there's just not the demand for good food. Like their palates just aren't ready for like flavor.
I don't know if I told this story, but when I was up in Mammoth last week, Lizzie and I were up there, and there's this place. I guess it's connected to the village. It's like new luxury hotel, and then like condos that went up for sale. I think called Limelight, and they've been developing it. I think for a couple years, and there's a restaurant inside. And so we're like, oh, we'll go like test out this restaurant on the first night we were there, and it was so funny. The food was pretty average, expensive and pretty average food, like not worth going back to for that reason alone. But it was such an interesting vibe they were cultivating. It was like trying to be like a kind of like a nice like upscale restaurant, but in like a lobby style of like a hotel, and they had live music going, which consisted of two cowboys DJing. And then they had like a groupie, like an older guy wearing like a tie-dye shirt, spinning poi, not fire, but like glow up, like light up balls, like amongst people like dining. And he was like trying to push out like dining tables like out of the way to give him more room to spin. And the restaurant, like, I don't know, manager had to come over and be like, no, dude, you can't make guests move to spin.
See, that would not have flown in Mammoth 10 years ago. Right?
Yeah. But I can say that it was not worth going back to.
That seems, yeah. I don't want to say it. Certain kind of people would be attracted to that.
I think it was just tourist is
Yeah.
what it was attracting. Like it was
The same kind of people, I think, that don't even want to ski. They just want to hit the lodge scene, you know?
yeah.
And then not crazy. They'll get like one or two laps, and then they'll just
I honestly think
hit
that
the lodge.
Or not even ski at all. They just go up to Mammoth to like.
these people might have skied. Like I think it was a lot of like families with like little kids. I think who had been out on the slopes and were still like in their gear.
Wow.
You know, I don't know. It was a weird vibe, and not one that needs to be repeated. And not that great food, but there's a really good food place in the village called, I forget the name of it, like an Italian place that serves pizza that is very good food, and that would be worth. I mean, like, I'd go to it down
Better
here.
than Gio's?
No, I don't like it as much as Gio's because it's like fancier
It's a different
pizza.
kind of pizza, huh?
It's good,
It's like the Sergeant Pepperonis compared to Massimo's type.
kind
deal.
of, but it's better than Sergeant Pepperoni's. It's like,
Cucina Inoteca compared to
yeah.
Massimo's.
Or it's like what's that place? Mazza.
Mazza.
Yeah. It's kind of like that, I think.
I
It's hard to
don't-
beat You can't beat Gio's.
Also, too, like my stomach handles Massimo's and Gio's pizza just fine. That other like richer type of pizza, it like tastes good in the moment, but oftentimes it's like it's too rich for my body and
Yeah.
it makes my stomach not feel so good. So like pizza can be too nice for me.
Yeah.
You know.
I know my body.
Yeah, it can just put some interesting digestion problems where it either plugs you up or
No, it rumbles,
releases the
dude. It
goods.
rumbles and loosens everything up. Like, puts me on the pot for the rest of the night and into
Really?
the morning. Yeah.
Do you find
if I eat a whole pizza, I find myself I can't. I'm all plugged.
do you find yourself? I imagine you're cooking most nights, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you making? What's what's Chef Ryan cooking up tonight?
Today was al pastor burritos.
Are you making some
Uh,
leftovers for tomorrow too?
so one sick thing we do at June Patrol is we stock up a cooler at the top of 7 with just like barbecue materials, and everyone contributes. And so like for lunch, uh, it could be anything from like hamburgers, hot dogs. Sometimes we have like New York's strip loin. We bought this 20-pound chunk of New York strip loin from Costco, and we like froze half of it, brought the other half up there, and
That's still a lot of meat, dude. That's
yeah,
10 pounds between how
I
many
know it's
patrollers?
16,
So you're eating
and
10 ounces.
we're averaging probably like
10 ounce steak is
7
pretty good.
patrollers a day.
10 ounce
Yeah.
steak per person is good.
Are you just grilling that up outside the shack at 7?
Oh yeah, dude. And we even upgraded this year. We got a griddle.
Oh, nice.
George Foreman,
No, like a sweet
dude.
double burner griddle.
My boss.
It's
Oh God, Ryan.
I was just gonna say it's a game changer. Mondays are breakfast days. We'll like go straight to 7 and make breakfast top of the mountain.
Do you do that before the
It's
mountain even opens? Or is it just on duty like while things are going on?
Calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost ready.
Yeah. It's when the mountains open. So like, we get to I think what first chair is like 8 for J1, and then like most chairlifts open by 8:30. Uh and then so we get to the top of 7 usually around like 9 or 9:30 most mornings, just because like we'll go up to our like mid patrol room, by the chalet, have a little morning meeting, and then everyone will like disperse out to do work laps, and then we'll all hold bump top of 7. But on Mondays, we just like as soon as we get up to the mid station, we pack all our stuff and we go straight to 7, have our morning meeting up there, and have breakfast up there. And it's so chill.
Nice. That seems like a good way to start the day.
Is it in the shack, out of the way, out of the wind?
No, it's on a picnic table. So we used to put out 2 picnic tables for snowboarders and guests.
But now you just
And
have
now,
one and keep one for
now
yourself.
we just push. Yeah.
Tight.
Just a barbecue table.
Well, to be fair,
And
skiers never use them, right? Like
yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
gonna stop as a
Totally.
skier, you're gonna go to the lodge. You're not gonna stop at a picnic table at the top of the lift unless you're Brad. Brad does pretty. Brad.
There are some skiers that do it.
For some reason, Brad constantly needs it's like snow. It's like he doesn't get any of the benefits of skiing. He always has to stop and like, hold on, I gotta like.
Lizzie was
do
complaining
stuff.
about this. Like, I think she has ski friends who are do the same thing where it's like I gotta like tighten my boot or do something to my boot like every time, and you're just losing all the benefits of skiing if you're constantly like if every time you ride a lift when you get up to the top you have to like do something. I think you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Totally. But the boot stuff is hard.
It's not that hard. Just find boots that fit, dude, or suck it up
I
and just
know.
ski 5 laps and then take a breather.
I guess it makes sense when you're like just starting out or maybe at the beginning of a day. But man, if you've been doing it for a couple of years and it's the middle of the day, I don't think you should be like constantly readjusting.
I don't tolerate that shit, dude.
Something's
I'm
up.
like, I think you got to just go. Although I think I might be one of the least patient people I know.
Hayden came up and skied recently, right, Ryan? Or did he ski when he
Yeah,
was up there?
he did. They skied, what was that, like a week and a half ago, maybe, I think. Uh, it was still pretty fresh. So the snow was a lot better back then.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of getting into a little bit more of a melt freeze every night and every morning, but it's still pretty nice. But um, yeah, Hayden came up. He's got a new pair of skis and he's loving it. I took him down Dave's for the first time.
I don't think I've like skied Dave's like 2 or 3 times.
It's your run,
It
man.
was okay.
Wait, Dave's it?
Yeah,
Maybe I'm thinking. Yeah. I've only skied Dave's 2 or 3 times.
Dave's is like right above 9.
Yeah,
it's kind of like you kind of have to trek to it.
and it's never been good when I've done it either. So I'm like, what's?
Speaking of Dave, did you see the video of the guy taking off on a speed wing
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
top of
yeah.
Dave's?
That's where you took off from.
Yeah. Did you see that video, Ryan?
Yeah, and
What
that
a
guy's an idiot.
clown, dude.
What happened to him? Is there any like? Do you know what happened to him?
No, I just know that he is in trouble,
I know
but I
he
don't.
fractured his femur.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
And he
you're
was
not supposed to be doing that at Mammoth.
no, and I think he was that was his second time a second time violator.
You could even say I didn't know I couldn't do that.
You used to be able to do that at Mammoth. Not speed fly,
Really?
but yeah, you used to be able to paraglide from the top of Mammoth. And I
Oh,
think people in the community are still trying were up maybe trying to get it like to be allowed again, but I think stuff like that does not help.
yeah, definitely not.
Could you technically do it if you like dropped off the backside? If you took the lift up and then just like were like, all right, I'm going out of bounds, and then took off from out of bounds.
I don't know. I guess if you're not in the resort boundaries, maybe. I don't know how that would work. There's a good I think there's a good flying spot in the Sherwins, like right across the way.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like you just go there. Or there's tons of good flying around the Mammoth and Bishop area that aren't from the resort.
Yeah.
But it is too bad. Like obviously, if you can take lifts up, you know where you can do it? Revelstoke.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Revelstoke is
They have signs that say like paragliding landing zone.
I think a really good spot for.
Where do people
flying.
take off from there? Just they hike the lemming line, like
I think you can take off from no, you don't hike the lemming line. You like start going down that like cat track, like skiers left, and
that
then
really long one, like the last spike or whatever.
yeah, and then like far in like I think it's the big open section before you like get into the trees. You can take off right
Oh,
there,
okay.
and there might be a spot at
That's interesting. That's
too.
like kind of low to take off. I mean, it's pretty high up, but it's. I would have thought that the spot would be at the top, top.
Yeah, I think that's where people in the summertime. That's where people take off. Is from like that area, and then I think in the wintertime you can, it's like a ski run, and so if you have skis on, you just set up right there and then start going down like you're gonna ski, but then pretty quickly you're flying, and yeah, that'd be cool.
I like Revelstoke, dude. I'd love
That
to
must
go
be.
back.
That's got to be such a trip.
Yeah, that would be amazing to fly over that terrain. Yeah,
Mhm.
hopefully next year we'll go back to Revelstoke.
Probably not me.
Maybe not you guys.
Yeah,
I'd like to get back to Revelstoke next year.
maybe me. We'll see.
Hey, you never know. Lizzie and I were talking about this. I think, it'd be worth checking to see what lift ticket prices are in Canada. I don't think it's the same as it is here.
No, I think it's a lot. I think
They're not prohibitively expensive for like day tickets
yeah.
at a resort. The U.S. just doesn't have it to get like.
Yeah, and
I think in Europe it's not like that. Canada is not like that.
I could also go to Revelstoke too, and also just be happy skiing like 2 or 3 days out of a 5-day trip.
Yeah.
You know, like, and just like chilling out and just enjoying the scenery. Like for me, that trip, the mountain was very cool, but I think actually the highlight of the trip was just the scenery of the drive to it,
Yeah.
and like just being around the town and stuff. I just liked being there. It was like a cool place.
Taking a sweet
Like
ferry.
I could go there in the summertime and be happy. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I haven't been to Revelstoke in the summer, but I went to Whistler in September. And, similar, like gorgeous. That area is so crazy for, I think, just how much water it gets generally. BC is the place where I've seen the steepest slopes that still have trees growing on them. Like really, really like steep hillsides that are still just like dense forest.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
Like even like driving through Squamish where the chief is, it just seems like there's trees growing like on it, like on cliff face, like
Yeah.
everywhere, all the way down to whatever the water inlet, the Squamish. I don't know what the river is there that comes in, but it is crazy green and so cool. Yeah, that's a cool environment. Worth going to, I think, in multiple seasons. You know who I think is going to try and start skiing? Ryan and Davey.
Who?
Ari. He
Oh,
called me out of the blue and was like, I got to pick your brain about skiing. I told him that he could borrow whatever he wanted.
Does he have the same size shoe?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Maybe I should sell him some boots.
I mean, you never know, I guess, with like boots, But I said, you're welcome to come try. I got multiple boots.
I have boots I want to sell though. I want to sell my blue Rossis.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're not Rossis. The blue ones. So I have the black ones. I don't need.
Yeah, they're Rossies, right? Or Solomon?
They're Solomons.
Solomon.
No, they're Rossis. The blue ones are the Rossis. I want to keep the black Solomons that I have that are newer, that are like backcountry and resort.
Yeah.
So I don't need double boots like that.
When you first got those boots, you didn't like them, right? The Solomon ones?
I didn't like them for backcountry because they gave me bad blisters.
That's right.
And then I never really used them at the resort because I already had the blue Rossis and they were already fitted to my skis.
Yeah.
But if I can, I'd like to just sell my blue Rossis.
Yeah. Well, I told Ari he could test run them, and then if he likes them, maybe he'll want to pick them up off you.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be sweet. Already starting to ski.
Yeah. He sounds hyped on it.
I've been trying to get him hyped now for years.
He's in a sweet spot too. He's still pretty young. He doesn't have kids.
It's so funny. I remember, when did Hayden switch to skiing? Last year? Or 2 years ago?
No, Hayden started skiing when he was dating that girl Maggie back in like 2021.
Oh yeah, I remember he
he
sent me a picture of him and her at the top of Mammoth in like 80s snowsuits.
Mm-hmm.
But then recently, he was still snowboarding sometimes then, though.
And he wasn't very good last
Yes.
year, so.
Yes, he was still like, whenever it was like that day that you and Brad came up and it was like kind of a powder day.
Yeah.
Hayden was snowboarding that day just because it would have been more fun for him to snowboard than to try to learn how to ski those conditions.
Yeah, I remember I took I have video of Hayden trying to snowboard down the face of June. Not trying to, he was snowboarding down the face of June, but it looked kind of rough. And all right, so maybe he's been skiing a little bit longer than it seems, but he's a significantly better skier now than he ever was snowboarder, I think.
Skiing's easier.
Skiing is definitely easier. And I think too, when you don't do it that often, it's just really it's harder to get really good. Whether it is snowboarding or skiing, even like Hayden and I did grow up snowboarding a lot, but uh,
I disagree, dude. I think you can not ski that much and you can just get like pretty decent, like not skiing like technical terrain, like really challenging terrain, but I think that you can not ski that much and then you can ski black at least black diamond groomers with relative ease, like forever. Personally,
forever.
I mean,
Yeah.
until your legs give out, like till you like can't physically do it. But I think that the motion is so easy to ski, and like once you learn the motion, it's not like you don't ever have to like relearn it. I think you just pick it up right again, in my experience.
Yeah. Well, I do agree, but if you're only going like 4 times a year, 5 times a year, it's just a little bit slower of a process, I think.
Well, I mean,
Like you
anything is
definitely
like
get
that.
you definitely get better every time, I think, and you get better faster with skiing for sure. Uh, yeah. I just feel like with me personally, like the level I thought I was at skiing when I was just, holding the icon pass, learning how to ski. Like I barely knew how to ski. I'm pretty lucky I made ski patrol.
But yeah, but you could ski. You could have skied black diamonds with that level of competency. You could have skied any black diamond on Mammoth for like season after season after season with what you were
I would say
doing.
I was saying that now though. Maybe not then,
Yeah,
competently.
when you first started, Ryan, like your first season at Ski Patrol, would you have felt comfortable going down like hangman's?
Probably not. I mean, I probably would have just sideslept.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I could survival ski it.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like I could survival ski anything, but uh,
I don't think I would feel comfortable going down Hangman's.
I definitely would not feel comfortable going down
Yeah,
hangman's.
now.
I remember
but not.
when Brad and Therese got married in Mammoth, that year was like
17.
2017, 18, I think.
Yeah.
And that was such a big snow year. They got married there at the top of Mammoth in July, like mid-July, and you could ski hangman's in mid-July and it was easy.
Decent. Yeah.
It
It
was
was like decently good.
it was like soft snow obviously because it was summer, but it was like wide. It wasn't a choke point. It was like a wide run.
Yeah, you could ski over the whole mountain in July.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Brad and I skied like August 8th that year for closing day or something like that. And they were bummed. I don't know if they even ever opened the mountain for mountain biking.
Yeah.
Like when we skied on August 8th, you could practically ski all over the whole mountain still on their last day. I think eventually they just had to be like, dude, we can't support this operationally.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the ribbon of death.
And then I think they opened that next year in October.
Yeah, it must have been one of
So
their
they
shortest.
closed for like a month and a half.
That wasn't the big year.
Well, there was a big year and then I think it was followed by like an early start to a season.
Mm.
Um they definitely had one year. I don't know if it was the same one. I remember skiing. We were talking about Dave's earlier. I remember skiing Dave's before Halloween one year, like October 29th and 30th, in excellent conditions, which is
Yeah,
wild, like powder. Um,
that would be so amazing. Dave's just looks like it would be so sweet on a powder day.
yeah, it on a powder day, or I think my
Wind
favorite
blown.
wind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it catches
the
wind
right
really
wind
good. It
conditions over there are so good.
seems like it's like in the prime position to catch wind blown that's coming up off the back and
Yep.
like off of the back of Dragon's Tail, kind of, right?
Yeah. What a mountain.
Mm.
Like the days where it feels like, oh, dude, they're gonna shut down 20, or they're gonna shut down 23 any minute now. When it's like windy like that coming up into the face
Yeah,
of
yeah.
23, it seems like Dave's is.
And I guess that other terrain, like, what are the two main runs under 23?
Wipeout, dropout.
Yeah, Wipeout and Dropout are also excellent in those conditions, I think.
I've rarely had fun in there either. It's always like challenging.
Yeah.
Like too much work. I like skiing that I like don't really have to like turn, and I don't feel that. I don't like.
Yeah. But in the right conditions, you get enough wind, like perfect wind buff there. Oof. Great mountain, not a great company running it.
I agree.
Yeah,
That
it's
sums it up.
definitely not.
In private equity,
Have you guys
ruining
ever-
the town.
Have you guys ever seen some of the Mammoth Ski Patrol pimp videos?
No. What is this?
Have you seen Pimp
If
Uncle
you guys-
Leroy?
It's on YouTube, and it's like, essentially the alumni have started a YouTube page, and they just have some hilarious videos of ski patrollers back in the 80s. I think it's like 85, 86, and then there's some in the 2000s, and they're just, some of them are roasting like the presidents of Mammoth even then. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I'm running out of
There's
steam
some
right now.
classic
Me too.
videos.
Here, I know what we need.
If you ever want to have a good YouTube watch, I highly recommend it.
Boom. Yeah, well, I'll check them out.
Ryan, we're running out of steam.
It's
Dang.
okay, dude. Me too.
This is our wrap it up music.
Yeah, this is our sign off. If you watched or listened, thanks for tuning in.
See you guys next time.
Ryan, good talking to you, dude.
Yeah, good talking to you guys. Hopefully, I'll see you sooner than later.
Yeah,
Sound-
I don't know about that for me, but
I'll be up in Mammoth, I'm sure, at some point. I won't.
I'm
be
gonna try to
skiing.
get up there in March or April, maybe, to like hang out with you. Maybe I'll hit you up for a buddy pass or a touring day or something.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be super keen on even like a side country day. Just, having like a couple of days where we can maybe use June's list and then either ski, like Butte laps or something.
I also
like
thought about just straight going up there in the Prius and just straight poaching June, like doing a Dawn Patrol skin and getting up to 7, and then just lapping J7 for like half a day and then like bailing,
Yeah. Honestly, the best place for you to park for that would probably be like by the, like right when you enter town, there's that trailhead.
What?
You know what I'm talking about? Right when you enter town.
No,
And there-
dude. I feel like the best place
Yeah,
to
there's
park
the-
would be right by where your house was, your old house.
No, I think this one would be because it would take you right to the top of 6. And it's like
I see what you're saying. Like go all the way around the back.
Yeah, there's like it's like a trail loop. In the summertime, it takes you to like Yost Meadow. And then it like loops with that Fern Lake Trail.
No, I feel like I think you're just describing it poorly.
Probably.
I'm thinking about like basically Looker's right of the resort, right? And then you just
you-
you
you're
just skin
talking
up the
about the
wall.
trail that we did,
Yeah.
right? Up
yeah.
to Fern, and then you'll take it to Yost Meadow.
Yeah, and then just contour around and pop out at the base of 7 and be like, "What up, homies?"
Do like a skimo,
Yeah.
like skin undo, and then hop on the chair.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible hike to the top of Hoote, though.
No, it's not that bad. Like it'd probably be like what, an hour and a half, and you just do it once, and then you just ski for half a day and then bail. That might be how I stick it to Altera. Stick it to them. I guess maybe I mean, whatever, dude. They can. Hey, if Mammoth execs listen to this, try and catch me, you piece of this shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dare ya.
All right, we're
All
signing
right.
off.
Good to Chad and Ryan.
Good talking to you, Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah. See you guys later.
All right.